Hello. Okay, we're back for sort of a continuation of our Q&A from the other day. You guys wanted this to be at 4:30 BST so that more of you could join. And yeah, we're gonna wait a second for more people to join because no one is here currently, it's just me. But yeah, hopefully you guys will see this soon. I'm gonna go on the community tab and get up some of the questions that you guys asked previously that we didn't manage to get to. So while I'm doing that, hey everyone who's joining, let me know where you're tuning in from because I want to know what time it is for you. Hey everyone, I'm so glad more of you can make it this time because I do realize that a lot of you guys are in the US and the time zone differences, like I think it was 8:30 in the morning the last live that I did, and that's like 2 a.m. some places in the US. So yeah, let me know where you guys are tuning in from and what time it is for you because that's epic. Okay, so Yuna, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, it's from Iraq. It's 7:34. Whoa, it's 10:34. 10:34 a.m. or p.m. from Mississippi. Oh, cool. We're actually thinking of going to the US next year, so that'll be fun. Not Mississippi though, I don't think. We've not completely decided where we're going yet. Let me just get up some of you guys' questions from the community tab. It's taking a while to load. 10:34 a.m. Oh, nice. That's a nice time. Like, mornings, I just feel like I didn't used to be a morning person, right? But I've just had so much energy in the mornings recently, and I feel most productive in the morning, so yeah. That's a nice time. It's not too early either. Right, let's get the questions. Oh yeah, so if you guys have any questions at all about health, fitness, faith, lifestyle, drop them in the chat. I was about to say the comments, but it's the chat, and I'll answer those in this live. I've also got a video, I think it's a mobility, yeah, it's a stretching video coming out at 5:30, so in an hour's time on my channel it'll be up, and yeah, look out for that. But we're hopefully going to be finished this live by then, so you can just go straight to that one. Community tab, where is it going? I've got my, oops, I just dropped my thing. Yeah, I'm looking at the community tab here, so give me a second. I know I should have probably found this before jumping on the live, but I literally just got back from a walk. But cool. Nice. So let's see. Keep asking your questions, by the way, guys, because I will be scrolling through the chat throughout this live. And yeah, I want to make sure that the people who are on this live get their questions answered before I go into any of the other ones. So yeah, okay. Not Your Cora asked, do you do calisthenics? Okay, so I did start trying to learn calisthenics last year, but I injured my shoulder and I've not been able to really practice it consistently since. So it's kind of taken a back seat, sadly, but I would like to learn more calisthenics skills. The thing is, I know how to do it, like I know the maths, but it's just a matter of practicing, and I can't do that because of my shoulder, so it's a bit annoying. But next question, Prudino, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce your name. Constant weight, trying to gain for a long time, what do I do? Okay, so if you're trying to gain weight, the first thing you need is a calorie surplus. If you're not eating in a calorie surplus, then you're not going to gain weight, period. So yeah, calorie surplus. In order to do that, make sure that you're tracking your calories. Like if you've never tried tracking, I would recommend it at least for a week or so to see what you're actually eating. Figure out your maintenance calories first of all. The way that you do that is like let's start from the start. I want you to have the whole process of how to do this. But if you don't know your maintenance calories, go online, you can just type in calorie calculator, click on the first one that comes up, and then enter in all your details. It'll be like your height, your weight, activity level, things like that, and then that'll spit out an estimate for your maintenance calories. what I would suggest is eat at that number of calories for about a week or so, see what happens to your weight, maybe 2 weeks, it depends. Like if your weight stays the same, then the number it spat out is your actual maintenance calories, so that's good. If your weight decreased, then that means that the number of maintenance calories that it gave you was actually too low and you need higher calories to maintain your weight. If your weight increased, then the maintenance calories that it gave you is actually too high. So that is how you find your maintenance. After that, to gain weight, I recommend doing a lean bulking phase, which you would add on around 200 to 300 additional calories to that, which is going to put you in a small calorie surplus. And that is pretty much it. I didn't really breathe through when I was explaining that, but second. Yeah, that's essentially how you would calculate your calorie surplus for a lean bulk. And then to make sure that you're gaining weight over time, you're gonna have to increase your calories over time, because as you gain weight and build muscle, muscle actually burns more calories just to exist on your body than other tissues. So you're gonna have to increase your calories over time, your metabolism is gonna increase, and that is how you're gonna be able to keep continuing to gain weight and make progress. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. It was quite a long one, but yeah. I also have, like, on my channel, if you need more help and advice and other tips, there's the full lean bulking playlist. So I walk you through step by step how to lean bulk, how to set up your macros and things like that too. So it's basically got all the detail you need. So go and check that playlist out after this if you're free. But yeah, that'll be very helpful as well. Hey Sophie. Hey. If I do this mobility workout every day, am I gonna get my splits? So I do have on my channel already the actual stretching routine that I did to help me get the splits initially. I think it took me around 1 to 3 months. I can't really remember because I did it like years ago is when I learned the splits, but if you're consistent with it, like do it every day for 1 to 3 months, then you will get so much closer to the splits. Obviously everyone is different, everyone's gonna have different baseline flexibility levels, but if you're consistent with it, then I don't see any reason why not. So yeah, also let me know how you get on, like on those videos. If you're doing the routine every day, comment with your progress because I want to know. I get super excited about this stuff. I love your room, it's so pretty. Oh, thank you. Yeah, these are my plants. Most of them are real, that one's not, but no one knows. You don't know. Didn't hear from me. Thank you so much though. Where are you from? I am from the UK. Not many, well, people get confused by my accent, but from the UK. Sorry, I can't even pronounce your username, so I'm not gonna try. But you said, my question is, I've always had fat located just solely on my calves. I'm pretty tall and slim with very fat calves. What can I do? Honestly, that sounds a lot like genetics, and I'm not sure that you can actually do anything about that really, because you can't spot reduce fat. Like you can't choose where you lose fat or where you gain fat. It's very based on genetics. So you can like reduce the muscle mass in your calves if that is what's, because like sometimes if you have more muscle mass in your calves, then that'll push fat out more, if that makes sense. So for that, I just say don't train calves. But yeah, sorry about that. You can't really spot reduce fat like that. Hi from Mexico. Hey. Do you have any advice for not getting injured? Yes, I do. So basically, you want to make sure that you're taking rest days seriously. If you're not taking rest days seriously, then you are going to get injured. That's a big mistake that I made at the start of my fitness journey. I thought that training more would get me more results because that's kind of what you're told. But I didn't realize that I actually needed rest days, because when you're working out in the gym, you're putting stress on 3 different systems: your muscular system, your skeletal system, and your central nervous system. So you need to give your body enough rest and recovery time between those workouts to actually be able to fully recover all 3 of those systems. So it's not just about giving your muscles enough time, but your whole central nervous system. And if you're not doing that, then obviously you'll get injured. So number one, rest days, super important. You want to wait around 48 to 72 hours before training the same muscle group again. And sorry, I was gonna cough. Give me a sec. Well, like a tickle in my throat that's kind of coming and going, but this can be kind of awkward. But yeah, rest days, super important. What else? Yeah, sorry, I completely got caught off guard by that tickle in my throat. My eyes are starting to water as well. I promise I'm not ill. Right. Yeah, where were we? Injury prevention, yes. So, warm-ups, super important. If you're not warming up, you're a lot more likely to get injured. For your warm-ups, you want to be doing dynamic stretches rather than static stretches. And I also like to do like 3 to 5 minutes of light cardio just to get my heart rate up and increase my core body temperature. Those combined are going to be very helpful for preventing injury from your workouts. And then obviously cooling down after your workouts. Sorry, cooling down after your workouts with static stretches as well. And yeah, that is pretty much the main things for injury prevention. So try those out and you should be safe. Also, like, obviously not going crazy when you're lifting, like make sure you're using proper form and things like that, but I'm assuming you're already using proper form. Guys, I think I actually might be getting ill. This is not good. Oh well, we will keep going. Let me scroll through the chat. I love your speaking English fluently. I want to learn to talk English language. Yeah, well, I am English. This is my first language, so I'm always like, I admire people who have English as a second language so much, because it is so hard to learn a new language. Like for me, it doesn't come naturally, so I admire anyone who speaks more than one language. Do you have any advice on how to meal prep, budget groceries, and cook the fuel your body needs? Yes, I actually made a full video on that last week, I think. It's Nutrition 101 on my page already. So that I talk about basically everything you just mentioned, how to find the most affordable groceries, how to find the most affordable but high quality protein sources. Sorry, things like that. So yeah, basically just check out that video because I do cover all of your questions there. I hope your shoulder gets better. Just started calisthenics and I really enjoy it. Oh, thank you. Calisthenics is so fun. Like, if I wasn't injured, I would definitely be doing it more, but that is so cool. Okay, Sakshi, I think that's how you pronounce your name, asks, I'm underweight and trying to build muscle, and being in discipline is so difficult sometimes. Your videos are really help here. Oh, that's so nice. Good luck on your journey as well. Like, if you ever have any questions at all, just feel free to leave a comment on one of my videos and I'll be more than happy to either make a video for you or just answer in the comments, because that is what I needed when I started my fitness journey. Like, I had no idea what I was doing, so I want to be there to help people now. And so yeah. Oh, that's so amazing. Someone has asked your age. I am 22, nearly 23, but not quite yet. Scrolling down. Hey, everyone is joining. Okay. Hey, I have the problem that I always choose a lot of individual exercises and my workouts end up being very long. Do you recommend doing only one exercise per body part? So I'd recommend just finding a plan rather than picking and choosing random exercises. Stick it out for like 3 months and you will see progress. I have in my gym beginners playlist, I do just give you a full workout plan, or like different workout plans, so you can pick and choose like however many days you want to work out per week. And also my winter arc series, I walk you through each of the workouts there as well, So you've got the workouts written out, you've got me doing the forms so that you know how to do them correctly. So yeah, check out the Winter Arc series playlist on my channel, and that will give you a great place to start. Yeah, and all of those workouts shouldn't take you more than like 60 to 90 minutes on the Winter Arc series that I'm chatting about. So that is what I would recommend. You don't need to be spending hours and hours in the gym to get results. Like for me, I do around 5-6 exercises per workout, and then like 2 to 3 sets per exercise. That is it. I'm not doing like 4 to 5 sets and 8 to 10 exercises or anything like that, and I've been getting really great results from that. But you need to be pushing yourself hard, right? You can either drag your workouts out for hours and not push hard, or make them shorter, give it your all, and get results that way. So that's the way I'd recommend. Make the most of your time. Work smarter, not harder. Well, push yourself hard, you know what I mean. But yeah, that is what I would recommend. Oh wait, you also asked, do you recommend doing only one exercise per body part? Not necessarily. It obviously depends on your split, your goals. Like, do you want to focus on your lower body more? Do you want to focus on your upper body more? How many days are you working out per week? There's a lot of variables to play into it, but for me, I do have multiple exercises for each muscle group usually in my routine. It just depends on the workout. Yeah. How do you build calf muscles? Calf raises. That is literally it. Calves are like really basic in terms of the exercise selection you can use for them, but there are techniques we can use. So personally, well, not personally, just in general, it's best to work in the stretch position. So when you're doing calf raises, like demonstration, when you're going down, you want to sit in that stretch, and that is usually more valuable than trying to get all the way up. I'm not saying going all the way up is useless. Obviously, a full range of motion is really great, but you're going to get a lot of benefit from the stretch position, and that is what a lot of people tend to skip. So if you take away any tip to improve like your calves during your calf training, make sure you're working in that stretch because it's gonna help. Oh yeah, so if you're just doing calf raises on the floor, like flat on the floor, that is not great because you're not getting any of that stretch. You want to be like standing on a block or an incline or a step or something like that, so you can get that bigger range of motion. So yeah, I don't train calves that much, to be fair. I only do them once a week, 2 or 3 sets. I do like doing them on the leg press though. So you'll put your feet at the bottom of the leg press and just use that. Make sure you're sitting in the stretch at the bottom as well. And yeah, you can load it really heavy and it's good. Obviously, only do it as heavy as is good for you, but nice. Do you have any deep core workouts? Yes, I do. Check out my ab workouts playlist, and there's a few in there now. I have been enjoying them recently, and yeah, I like to upload them for you guys too. So I hope those help. Learning English from watching YouTube videos is the move. Yes! Oh, that is so great. I did study German in high school, and I went back and watched like my childhood favourite cartoons in German. It was such a vibe. Like, honestly, that is the way to do it. Hello, hello, everyone who's joining. I love your channel so much, it's so helpful. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad. Like, that is my main mission for this channel, is just to help as many people as possible. And yeah, that means a lot for you to say that, so thank you. OMG, I love you. My name is Sophie and I have red hair and I'm quite underweight and I'm starting CrossFit. Oh, hey Sophie! That's so cool. We're twinning. Oh, enjoy CrossFit as well. I've got, I'm not sure how she's related to me, but I know she's family, but she does CrossFit and it seems so intense. Like, CrossFit's not for me, but enjoy it because you need to be super fit for that. That is so cool. I'd like to know if your hands naturally, wait, hang on. I'd like to know if your hands grew naturally, sorry about the police car, or if you trained them. I have the problem that mine are very thin. The same goes for my feet. I train them functionally with balance exercises. I don't think your hands really grow. Like, obviously, if you're skinny, like super skinny, and you're gaining weight, then obviously your hands are gonna look healthier once you've gained weight, which is what happened for me. But I guess like training your hands, you can train your grip strength if that's what you mean. I don't really train it specifically, but like I do some dead hangs sometimes and pull-ups. Well, not with my shoulder, but I did used to do pull-ups, and that helps with your grip strength. Obviously, like there's a lot of lifts that help with your grip strength, so I think that's what you mean, but I could be wrong. My Fairy Tale Life says, is there any other exercises for calves? I lost a lot of calf muscle after surgery, caused me to not be able to walk around or move much. So it's really just calf raises. Like, focus on your form, slow the movement down. Calves will take a while. Sometimes, like for a lot of people, calves can be a pretty stubborn muscle group, but I just recommend slowing down the movements, working the stretch, take your time, and it will take time for that muscle to build back up. But the good thing is muscle memory is a beautiful thing. So if you had a certain amount of muscle before, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to get back to that level than it would be to build that initially. So it's going to take less time. It's going to take less time for you to get back to where you were, essentially, than if you had to start over completely. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can give you on that one though. Calf raises. Hi again, I'm so happy to be here again. Yay, you made it! Welcome to the live. I have severe anxiety in my childhood. Because of that, my body is always in fight or flight mode. And it makes me hard for me to gain weight since it's a childhood thing. What should I do? That's a tricky one. Like, obviously, if you're working through like therapy with it, that can be very beneficial. But other than that, I would just recommend like the regular approach to lean bulking, like I mentioned in my lean bulk playlist. So you can, all of the same techniques will apply. It just might be a little bit harder to work through mentally sometimes. But if you're working through it like with a therapist that's helping you deal with those issues from your childhood, then that is also going to play a massive role in like the mental side of things progress wise. Some of my coaching clients also have been going through therapy for similar things, so it will be a little bit harder. You might have weeks where you're kind of struggling a bit, but the most important thing is that you give yourself grace and keep showing up in the times that you are like working towards that goal. So give yourself some grace. You've got this, and I do believe in you. You can definitely make the changes you want to see, but it just might take some time. Cool. Tips for beginners to be disciplined. Like, I can't really be disciplined. Number one, make a plan. If you don't have a plan, you're not going to be disciplined because you don't know what you're doing. So that is my number one thing. And then set systems rather than goals. So I got this from a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's quite a popular book. And the idea is, instead of saying, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to work out, I'm going to get fit, that is kind of just a vague goal. You need to be setting systems to allow you to do that goal. Do that goal? You know what I mean? So an example could be, say you want to set the goal of, I said it. But anyway, you want to work out twice a week. To do that, you would put it in your calendar, set an alarm to tell you to go, and lay out your workout clothes the night before if you're working out in the morning, so that you've got everything ready. All you need to do is wake up, put your workout clothes on, get out the door. That's it. Make sure you've got an actual workout plan that you're going to follow when you get to the gym, and that is pretty much it. So you want to make it as streamlined as possible and give yourself as few excuses as possible so that you actually go do the thing. And the same approach can be applied whatever goal you're trying to work towards, but it's important that you're making it like, what's the word? You're making it easier for yourself, essentially. And then just don't give yourself the excuse not to show up. Another thing that really helps me is like, I don't find it hard to stay disciplined in the gym anymore. It's just become a habit, and that is the main goal you're aiming for here. You want it to become a habit so you don't even think about it. Like, it's just second nature, like brushing your teeth. But one thing that helps me, because I struggle with getting up in the morning, that is one of the things I struggle with. And one thing that's helped, I know I've said this like 10 times, but it's the 5-second rule. So basically, as soon as I wake up, if I don't want to get out of bed, it's warm, it's cold outside, I'm not having it, I'll just count down. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get out of bed. Don't give your brain a second, like an extra second to think about it. Just do it. And 10 out of 10 times, that works. So, but you need to make sure that you actually act on one. You can't be hanging around at the end. So yeah, those would be my top tips for staying disciplined. You're the comfort YouTube for real. Yes! That is like one of the goals. Thank you so much. That just made my day. I play Gaelic and I've done track for a while, so should be fine hopefully. Oh, that's great. I think, yeah, that's on CrossFit, right? Amazing. What's the ideal fat plus muscle in kgs to be gained in 5 months approx? Honestly, it will vary from person to person, but you just want to be like, take it slow and steady, like for your body. And I'd always recommend like starting with a smaller calorie surplus to begin with at least, and then building it up. So like either 200, 300 or 100 to 300 depending on the person. And yeah, just put it up slowly. Unfortunately, I can't hit the workouts. My left ankle twisted while playing football and my ligament broke. Oh no! So my left leg is plastered. I'm still healing, but it's a slow way. Oh my goodness, I hope you get better soon. You could probably train upper body, but yeah, rest is going to be super important to help with recovery, so give it a rest. Like, coming from someone who injured her lower back at the start of her fitness journey and kept going to the gym because she was too stubborn to take a rest, take your rest days. Take your rest days, because yeah, you will be able to recover a lot faster if you take like a couple of weeks off the gym now than if you just drag it out. And that is something that I'm still struggling with today, because like obviously my shoulder's injured and I am still going to the gym to train lower body, but those upper body days, I'll miss them. I do love training upper body. Thank you for asking my questions. You're welcome. Would you recommend getting a personal trainer if I overthink the training plan? And hello from Deutschland. Hey! Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I would definitely recommend, like, when I got a coach, it took so much pressure off having to do everything myself. And even though I am a personal trainer, an online personal trainer, and I create workout plans for my clients every single day, it is so nice not having to think about or worry about your own plan. You just follow what your coach gives you and trust that they know what they're doing. So yeah, I would definitely recommend getting a personal trainer. It takes so much pressure off. If you want me to be your trainer, then you can apply in my bio. It might even be in the description of this live. Oh my goodness, that's so loud. But yeah, mine. So obviously if you want an in-person personal trainer, that is also a little bit different from the way that I do coaching. So for my coaching, I give you the workout plans. You'll have little videos there to follow along with, or like to show you the right form. But you can also take a video of your form, send that directly to me, and I can give you direct feedback on your form, so you know exactly what you need to fix and you can keep getting results that way. And I also do like the meal plan side of things. So this is something that a lot of personal trainers that you have in person won't actually do. So I give each of my clients a meal plan that's completely tailored to them, their body and their goals. And yeah, it's such a good time, and so many of my clients have seen amazing results this year. Super proud of them. But there's some testimonials on the application form website as well, so you can have a little scroll through those, and yeah, I'd love to coach you and help you get results. Do you know, we see videos of transformation, but being honestly committed to the process is really hard when no one is there to clap or cheer. No letting negative thoughts knocking the mind is really hard. Yeah, I completely get you, because that was literally me. Like, no one supported me when I started the gym. My parents did not want me to start the gym, and I did it anyway. So basically, the entire first year of my fitness journey, well, even more than the first year, I had zero support. No clapping, no cheering, like you said. But it gets easier. Like, when you've done it for, well, I think around the 2 year mark for me was when people actually started to see that, oh, she's actually serious about this. This is a positive thing in her life that she's been doing. And yeah, that's when they sort of stopped making those negative comments. I obviously did have to ask my parents not to like put me down in any ways for starting the gym. But now, since I've had that influence on them as well, they're actually thinking more about their health. And that's something that we don't think about. When you're starting your fitness journey, a lot of people are just like, oh, I'm doing this for me, and that's fine. That's good. That's a good thing. But the effect that you can have on other people, they will see it. They will see the change in you when you keep showing up. And that is so beautiful. It's a beautiful side effect of the gym. And yeah, you could be making a bigger impact than you know. What are your views? Sorry, that's very direct, but I'm reading through. What are your views on a 13-year-old girl gaining weight? How much time, if consistent, etc. Like super skinny, and in 5 months if I'm comfortable with gaining fat. So you can gain weight as fast as you want. Like, the more calories you eat, the faster you're gonna gain weight. Is 1,000 calories in a calorie surplus going to be super healthy? Probably not. You're probably going to struggle. So I'd always recommend taking a slower approach, and I don't believe in quick fixes. There are no quick fixes. And even if you do decide to go the quick fix route by just gaining fat because you're using such a big calorie surplus, then you might like see the negative impacts of that further down the line. So I'm not saying gaining fat is bad. You need a certain amount of body fat to actually be healthy and function as a human being. But if you're adding on a whole load of weight super, super, super quickly, like, I'm not going to give specific numbers, but then that can, like, it can be hard for your body to catch up. Like, if you're starting to carry around a lot more weight than you were the week before or something like that, then your heart is going to, like, it's going to be harder on your whole body, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'd always recommend like not opting for quick fixes. Take it slow and controlled, and that is going to give you the best long-term sustainable results as well, which is obviously one of the most important parts. Cool. Are you a natural redhead? Yeah. Does this look dyed? Do you see those roots? But yeah, yes I am. Thank you so much. Yeah, I take rest days, but I really want to work out. Yeah, taking your advice, ma'am. I completely get you on that. Actually, Sunday's video is all about rest days. So if you struggle taking rest days, I give you a little pep talk at the end of that video, but also give you some ways that you can improve your recovery on your rest days. And it's also a little vlog, so it takes you through what I do on a rest day, a typical rest day. And yeah, look out for Sunday's video. Stay tuned. Do you have some advice for burning belly fat that doesn't want to go away? Try different exercise methods, change what I eat, sleep schedule. Okay, so you're probably gonna hate me for saying this, but you can't spot reduce fat. Some people will naturally, like, genetics play a big role, but for most people, like, the first place you start storing fat is going to be the last place to go. So you should be in a calorie deficit if you're trying to lose fat. but really it's just going to be a matter of sticking it out till you're at a low enough body fat percentage for that stubborn belly fat to come off. Obviously there are some nuances to it, like hormones can play a big role in where you store fat, and also like for women who are getting into like menopause, it can start to play a role of where specifically you store your fat. So you want to make sure that your sleep schedule is on point, like you mentioned. Keep it consistent. That is a very important thing. Keep your sleep schedule consistent and make sure you're getting your 7 to 9 hours. Those are the main things that I would say, but there's no specific exercises that are going to make you burn belly fat. Like, if you see any videos promoting that, that is a lie. The science has shown that is not going to work. So, yeah, sorry about that, because before I started my fitness journey, I was like, I thought that was how it worked as well, like specific exercises. You build your bicep by doing bicep curls, right? So why can't you do ab exercises and lose fat? That's what I used to think, but then since I've done all the studying and stuff like that, that's not how it works. But now we know. Now we know. OMG, I love your workout vids. I just joined. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're enjoying them, and welcome to the live. Thanks a lot for asking. I keep saying answering my questions. You're so welcome. Actually, I'll be honest with you, I don't eat as much as I should. Even when I feel hungry, I still feel like, oh, leave it. I feel like if I start eating as a human, then I'll be healthier. Well, if you're trying to gain weight, then you will have to probably eat more than you think. Like, for me, I've had to eat when I'm not hungry, like, for the last 3 years in order to gain weight and build muscle. But that's kind of part of the process if that is your goal. I have a very skinny friend and I can cook so much for her and she still won't gain weight. I don't know how much more calories she should need. Very difficult. Yeah, it is a tough one, like, especially if you're concerned about someone else in your life. But I would really like have that chat with them and walk through the whole process with them. I think having that support there will be very beneficial to her as well. And yeah, just encourage her on that journey too. I am skinny and trying to build the perfect body. Any tips? Okay, so first of all, the perfect body doesn't exist. Like, perfect is so objective, and I would switch that perspective and aim for healthy. You want to be healthy, you want to be functional, you want to be the old grandma who can run up the stairs, right? Carry the shopping, take the dog for a walk. That should be your goal. I feel like there's been a lot of emphasis on aesthetics, but your main focus should be on performance in your workouts, and the aesthetics should come as a result from that. When I made that switch in my head, made the whole journey so much more fun. So much more fun, and my results were better because of that. So first, make that switch in your head. It helps a lot, trust me. But otherwise, like, if you're skinny and you want to gain weight, calorie surplus, super important. Nutrition is going to play like 70 to 90% of this whole journey, and yeah, you cannot be skipping on nutrition. It's going to be super important. Then workouts. Obviously you want to be doing resistance training to help build muscle, and yeah, you don't need to work out every single day at all. I'd recommend for people who are just starting out, 3 days a week is plenty. You can do a 3-day full body split. That's probably going to be most optimal. And yeah, you don't really need to do much more than that when you're just starting out. You're going to see really great progress. Sorry. And another thing, like, when you're just getting into the gym, there's this thing called newbie gains, right? You're going to see progress a lot faster than someone who's been training for like 4 or 5 years, because the stimulus on your muscles is new and your body's going to adapt pretty well to that. So yeah, that's pretty much all my tips there. Do you read Harry Potter? I have read all of the Harry Potter books, I've watched all of the movies. I've not read them recently, I read them all in high school, but yes, I know I know. I'm a Weasley, right? Okay. Just want to thank you a lot. You've been my inspiration for so long, and I've been seeing you for so long. You're very kind and friendly and always help me and others. You're so sweet. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are making my day. My night, my evening. It's almost 5:20, 5:15. Crazy, crazy. These winter nights are getting dark so quickly. Like, I swear, the start of this live was much lighter than it is now. It's pitch black outside now. Your hair is so beautiful, girl. Oh, thank you. It's kind of a mess right now. I'm having a shower. It's hair wash day after this, so I will be cleaning my hair. Do you have tips on how to build core strength without straining the belly too much post-surgery? Honestly, I would avoid training your core until your doctor says that it's okay, because if you've had an operation on your stomach, then you directly training your core is going to be affecting that. So please don't jump straight into exercise before you've got the all clear from your doctor. That is how I would address that. No need to apologise for telling the truth. The biggest problem is being a uni student. You also studied university, you know the stress, the exam pressure. Yep, for sure. I like the first 2 years of my fitness journey, more than 2 years, I was studying engineering as well at university. Very intense degree, a lot of contact hours, and I had zero time. So it is definitely possible to still make progress with a busy schedule, whether that's work, whether that's studying. So yeah, it is possible. I'm proof. But yeah, it's just about structuring things well, and it can go a long way. Hey, I think you should start a podcast or something. Your voice is really comforting. Plus you give off real advice like anyone else. So yeah, I actually do have a podcast. I don't talk about it much on my channel here, but it's called Uplifted with Soph. I can show you my podcast. It's been going for a whole year, and now I can say that I am a certified yapper. But yeah, it's gonna be backwards, isn't it? This is my podcast, Uplifted with Soph. It's only on Spotify, but you should check it out. It's 5-star. We've got 290 people in the little podcast community, which is so exciting. And yeah, you can ask questions that you want answered in the podcast episode, like on Spotify as well. You can like comment now. So if you want me to yap for longer on any certain topics, then go ahead and do that. I've also done like deep dives on how to stay motivated. There's a whole load of things in there, so you can go binge those. I love doing podcast walks. So basically I put on a podcast, I go for a walk. You'll actually see that in Sunday's video that I'm going to post on here, but I go for a podcast walk every day, and that is a highlight of my day. So you could do that. You could join me. You could listen to me up in your ears, go for a podcast walk, and yeah, it's a good time. But yeah, Uplifted with Soph on Spotify. Hope you enjoy it. In our area, it's 10:44 p.m. at night. Oh wow, it's late, girl. You gotta go to bed. Gotta get up in the morning. Well, the rest of the weekend. Sleep's important. Sleep's important. Don't listen to me saying stay up late. Thank you so much for answering. I will surely follow your advice. Oh, you're so welcome. Do you live with your parents? Yes, I currently do. I moved back in after uni, just while I'm getting like financial stability stable. Then actually I'm planning on staying here for at least the next year. We'll see what happens after that, but I currently can't afford to move out, so yeah. I love it here though. I love it. My parents are so nice, obviously. My doctor said that I'm all good to go. I'm just scared to overdo it again, so I want to start slowly. Okay, great. So I've lost your previous message, but if it depends on like the surgery that you had. Personally, I would work on just general core exercises that aren't crunches like initially, but then again, I don't know your specific situation, so I would be hesitant to give you specific advice. I think exercises that involve your core, like squats and things like that, could be, although you might be putting too much pressure like on your core. This is just me thinking out loud here. It's really hard to know, like not knowing your exact situation. So yeah, I would be really hesitant to give you advice on that. But I'd say like planks and things could be pretty, like a pretty good place to start, because you're not crunching over and like including motion in that. That's just my thinking straight off the bat, having not done any specific research into that right now. But yeah, I'll look into that for you, and I'll try, like if I remember, I'll put a post on the community tab, just like more detail on that, because yeah, I will. Well, I was gonna write it down. Let me write it down actually, because I'm committed to this. Okay. Wait, who? Alyssa, cool. So core exercises. Cool. I made a note, so I will get back to you on that. Great inspiration. Thanks for sharing the journey. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so glad that I can inspire other people in their journeys too. How did you learn to do your first pull-up? I'm trying to be able to do one, then more. I'm 15 and I can do quite a few push-ups, but can't do pull-up yet. Okay, cool. I loved the journey of being able to do a pull-up. It is really frustrating to begin with, not being able to do it, but form is so important with pull-ups. You need to make sure that you're pulling with your back rather than your arms. And I was thinking of doing a video, like, this is the annoying thing, right? I was gonna do a video on how to do pull-ups, but then I injured my shoulder and now I can only do like 2. So it would be a bit awkward on the video is all I'm saying. Maybe I should. Let me know if I should try and do a video pull-ups. I obviously don't want to injure my shoulder more, but it's fine if I use bands, so. But anyway, the top tips that I would say for learning your pull-ups is try out different variations. So first of all, start with banded pull-ups. You can use different thicknesses of resistance bands to make it easier. Obviously, the thicker the band, the easier it's going to be. Then try negative pull-ups. So you jump to the top and then just lower yourself down, step back up, lower yourself down, practice those. And also scapular pull-ups. So how do I explain scapular pull-ups? Essentially, you're not pulling all of you up, you're just pulling the top part. My brain's switching off, you guys, it's getting late. But when you're holding onto the bar, you just want to pull up like that. So you're attracting your shoulder blades and the top of your body should move up. So you're not pulling with your elbows, if that makes sense. I will try and make a video on this because I think it would be beneficial, but I might have to put it on the list for a little further down the line when my shoulder's recovered. Do you wash your hair before or after the gym? I always wash it after. Unless, because like today was a rest day, right? And I'm training tomorrow morning, so technically it's before the gym. Because I don't wash my hair every day or anything like that. I wash it 2 to 3 times a week, but always after the gym, because I'm an evening shower kind of girly. I don't like going to bed like icky, so I will always have a shower in the evening. But yeah, I hope that answered your question. Oh wait, I didn't know you had a podcast. Thank you so much for showing. That was the name again. Oh, what was the name again? It's Uplifted with Soph. So yeah, Uplifted W Soph, and you should find it. Also, it's quite, well, yeah, I was gonna say it's quite clear that I'm in the thumbnail, so the little ginger girl, I'm not little, but yeah, ginger girl in the thumbnail. Can I gain muscle without going to the gym? Can I just train at home? yeah, you can definitely gain muscle at home, but you may have to be more strategic with your approach. So first of all, like, you can do calisthenics, but obviously you're not going to be able to gain the same amount of muscle because you've got a whole load of different equipment at the gym, which is going to make it a lot easier for you to gain muscle in areas that you want to gain. So I'd recommend just getting some dumbbells or some equipment that you can use at home. It's going to make it a lot easier for you. And yeah, you can definitely train at home. I've actually got a full home workouts playlist if you want somewhere to start. I do share a full week of home workouts there, so that'd be a great place to start. Are your analytics mostly dudes? Not on here. No, we're girlies. Love the girlies. Well, my target audience is the girlies, so if you're a girl watching this, subscribe. Road to 100k. I love you guys so much. And yeah, I'm here for the girls. Not that I'm against guys following my content or anything like that, but my main target audience is my girlies. I want to help you guys on your fitness journeys, help you build confidence in the gym, and become the best version of yourself. So that is my main target audience. Instagram, there's a lot of random guys who follow me on Instagram, which was not my plan, but I feel like the fitness space is more like male dominant anyway, so it is expected, but really not my target audience, which is a bit annoying. But the girls are starting to make it a little bit, we're evening out the percentage on Instagram, so if you're not following me on Instagram and you're girly, I would appreciate it. It's at sophiereidfit, and I share a lot of different content over there as well as like reposts on YouTube and things. So yeah, if you like my YouTube channel, then Instagram will also be a great place for you. And also, like, the community on Instagram is great because we could just hang out, we can chat. I've got the little broadcast channel which we chat in, and yeah, it's just like a big group chat basically. So it's good fun. Cool. What advice do you give to one who can't afford gym fees but has a place in the house to do workouts but without equipment? Okay, so if you're not using equipment, then that's calisthenics essentially. So it is going to be harder for you to build muscle because obviously you don't have all of the equipment available in the gym, but it's not impossible. So I'd always look for variations of different exercises that you can increase the intensity with over time, because the key you want to remember for building muscle is progressive overload. That means essentially just increasing the intensity over time. So there's quite a lot of ways you can do that, which I'd have to do a whole video essentially, because each different exercise is going to have different progressions to help increase that intensity. But the main things that we can increase are the weight or the reps. You said you didn't have any equipment, but you can use like household items as weights. So you could fill a rucksack with like cans of beans, I don't know, rice. Remember in COVID times when everyone was at home and they had to make do? Get creative. And you can do squats and things, you can do bicep curls that way. Get creative, basically. Also, I've seen people do leg press, like using their bed. So you lie underneath it and like press with your feet. That could be an option, but if you're just starting out, I'd recommend like starting with squats and things and then building up the intensity until you need stuff that's heavier, because you will reach a point where you're just doing like 30 squats and that's a bit overkill. When you're doing more than 20 reps or so, then that's getting closer into the endurance rep range, and we want to be sticking around 8 to 20 is a big rep range, but I typically go for like 8 to 12 reps as like the hypertrophy rep range, so the rep range that we want to be in to build muscle. And you should be training close to failure. So that is one of the hard things about training at home, is that you can't always load the exercises heavy enough to allow you to reach failure within the rep range that you want. But it is just a matter of getting creative really and working with the equipment and what you've got available at home. Cool. You were training posing with a trainer a while ago. Are you still doing that? Yeah, so I still work with my coach. I might compete, I might not. It won't be at least for another year. Yeah, I've had some mixed feelings about competing recently because like the main thing it's just a me thing, but I don't want to look like how skinny I was at the start of my fitness journey. It kind of like mentally it feels like I'm losing all my progress. Not currently, but like if I was to compete, obviously I would have to do a really big cut, and I hate the way my face looked at the start of my fitness journey. It really freaks me out, and I do not want to get back there because obviously when you're at such a low body fat percentage, your face gets drawn out, and that is probably where I would end at. So I really don't want to see myself that way ever again, which is the main thing that's putting me off competing. We will see though. It might happen because I do think it is a really good way to challenge yourself. Like bodybuilding is such a dedicated sport. Like it's not just the workouts. You don't just show up, run a race, and that's it. It's a whole lifestyle, and there's years that go behind every single person that steps on the stage. So it is a big thing, and I think I would enjoy it while I was there, but just I don't know. I've got mixed feelings, so I may or may not compete. But yeah, thanks for asking. Also, well done for remembering. Like, I'm surprised anyone remembers that. Cool. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And yes, don't try it if you're gonna injure yourself more. That'd be helpful. So I'll try that. And also heard of the break bar technique for pull-ups. Oh yeah. So when you're learning pull-ups, it can be helpful to think about breaking the bar. That can really help you engage your lats as well when you're pulling up. And yeah, that is a really good technique. So I will put the pull-up video on the list to make when, well actually it's already on the list. I will just highlight it to make sure that I do it when my shoulder's better. But yeah, I would love to do that video. I actually at the start, not the start of this year, but like around summer when I injured my shoulder, I'd already started making a 30-day pull-up video to see how much I could increase my pull-ups in 30 days. But then halfway through that I injured my shoulder, so I've got half of the video filmed, and yeah, it's kind of sad. So hopefully we can continue that video and I can actually get it out at some point. But yeah. Okay, it is 5:30. I'm gonna have to cut this live here because there is a video that is premiering? I don't know how you pronounce that. Why have I never said premiering? Is that even a word? I don't know. There's a video going live on my channel right now and I want you guys to go catch it. It is a stretching video to help increase your flexibility, especially if you want to learn the splits. So go check that one out. And yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to comment on any of my videos. I do read the comments. If I see it, I will respond to you. And yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend and thank you for joining.